I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
The human mind is rather creative, and that creativity opens up a lot of different possibilities for what the mind can do. A rather odd thing the mind can do, though, is allow us to conjure up dreams in our sleep, mental images where we can live out different scenarios and alien-like worlds that to us might as well be the real world.
The oldest documentary of dreams goes all the way back to 4000 BC, where they were talked about in Babylonian clay tablets. It's believed that early societies couldn't tell the difference between what was real and what was fake.
Though modern-day scientists have a far better understanding of dreams, what they are, and how they function, I myself am not a modern-day scientist, and David Mendoza is not a modern-day scientist. And we both won a good grade for our third period psychology class, so the journey began to find out things we've wondered about dreams, the different walks of life one can go down, and the potential impacts and events and personal beliefs and whatever else one can have and endure in their lifetime, and what that can alter about someone's mind, and most importantly for this documentary, the impacts it can have on someone's dream.
The idea was simple. Interview 4 different people with completely different walks of life and ask them similar questions and see how their responses vary.
It was here we would interview the first two subjects, one of my friends and one of the Dharma bums.
So I'm here with my friend Josh Dietz. He has, what is it called? Schizoaffective disorder. And I thought it'd be interesting to get people, like I said earlier in the script, from all walks of life to ask the questions. And my friend was willing to volunteer last night in our friend's car. So are you ready for the questions?
Yeah.
Do you think cultural, religious, or personal beliefs can have an effect on what occurs in someone's dream?
It depends. I think lots of people have like their dreams, and lots of dreams are based off like the thoughts in your head or and already things you like experience. So if you believe a religion or believe something, it'll probably impact you.
Okay, that's a good answer. Question number 2: do you believe dreams can predict the future or someone's destiny?
I think that's usually a really weird circumstance, but usually it's like a really weird thing that happens. I don't want to really say it actually does. I just think it's a weird like coincidence.
Okay. Number 3: have you ever had a dream that you believed was connected to a past life or a different reality?
I don't really think so. I think your dreams just collect all the things you like take in your day-to-day life, and it just like mixes it up on your and like it's just you processing your emotions and thoughts. So I don't really think it can predict your destiny.
Okay. How often do you have nightmares from a 1 to 10, 1 being never, 10 being every night?
I would probably say 10. I have really fear of vivid nightmares. I don't know why. I just happen to have lots of them.
Okay. Okay. Do you think certain life events have affected your nightmares and stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
I think I've been through a lot as a kid. When I was younger, I went through lots of bad things. So I definitely have lots of nightmares about that stuff. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
Okay. Okay. What's your religious faith?
Christianity.
Okay. Did you convert or were you born into the religion?
I was born into it.
Okay. Do you ever have dreams that center around the Christian belief?
I've had a couple of times.
A couple times? Okay. Okay. Interesting. I think that's all for now. Thank you, Josh.
No problem.
Schizoaffective disorder, for those who don't know, is a mental health disorder that is a combination of schizophrenic symptoms such as hallucinations, mood disorders, and mania.
Due to dreams being caused by the limbic system, which is in the area in the brain responsible for emotions and memories, it can come in conflict with schizoaffective disorder. Doing things like altering the way dopamine flows into the brain, it is easy to see how this can affect someone's dreams.
It's believed that Vincent van Gogh's history of mental illness had a possible connection to schizophrenia. And it was once said by Vincent van Gogh, quote, "I dream of a painting and I paint my dreams," end quote. And that could be metaphorical, but it could also be literal. And it's through looking at his otherworldly artwork where we can see into the mind of what he might have seen in his sleep.
With over 650,000 homeless in America and with the house crisis, that number will continue to grow.
I'm with my friend here, Eric. We're going to interview him about the questions that I asked my friend Josh here. And it's a quieter space, so we hopefully won't need captions this time. But question one, do you think cultural, religious, or personal beliefs can have an effect on what occurs in someone's dream?
Definitely.
Definitely? Okay. Two, do you believe dreams can predict the future or someone's destiny?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Hopefully.
Okay. Three, have you ever had a dream that you believed was connected to a past life or a different reality?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, okay. How often do you have nightmares from a 1 to 10, 1 being never and 10 being like every night?
Never.
Never? Okay, okay.
Not afraid.
Do you think there's been a shift in your dreams since becoming homeless? Like the contents of your dreams?
No.
Same dreams always?
More free.
More free? Okay.
I'm just more me, is all.
Okay, I love that, I love that.
Yeah. I'm a different case, I'm sure. Well, everyone's a different case.
Okay, it's interesting, it's interesting. Do you think, what is it? Do you think, do you use drugs?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, are your dreams different? Like, are your dreams changed at all, like, since before doing drugs and after?
I would say probably it has not changed, but maybe developed, or maybe I've come to more understanding in my elder years as well.
Okay, okay.
Just time just helps things along the road to furtherment.
Interesting. Okay, okay. Do you think, do you ever like fall asleep after you do drugs? And if so, do you think the drugs alter the dreams?
I really think that all comes from within. That's just
Okay.
us, not the drugs. So depending on the person, if whatever drugs they're doing changes them, then yeah, I think that's true.
Okay.
Mine, I'm just marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a bit too, actually. Mushrooms too, but all the natural stuff is from the earth, so I say eat, drink, and be merry, gentlemen. Under proper, you don't want to do too much. Just do what you're comfortable with, slowly build, or whatever, don't do too much.
Okay. So, am I able to know what your religious belief is?
Positive rules, or should.
Okay.
And right now it's not, but it will. That's my religion.
Okay.
I believe in a power, and we'll call us energy. Energy doesn't die, it transfers.
Okay.
We don't die, we transfer.
All right. Hey, thank you, man.
That's what-
I really
that's what I
appreciate you
believe.
doing this. Thank you.
Randall's rule too.
Here's your money, man. There you go. Hey, you have a great night, man.
Though there's very little connection between sleep and marijuana, which is what our buddy Eric claimed to use, it is known that it can diminish the quality of our REM in our sleep, which is when most people's most vivid dreams occur. Outside of that, though, there is very little to say. I'm here at the ISKCON temple with my friend here, Bali Ram, who's one of the monks. Okay, so question number one, do you think cultural, religious, or personal beliefs can have an effect on what occurs in someone's dream?
Yes, definitely. Whatever one does
in their life, whatever beliefs one has, it definitely affects their consciousness, because much of our dream life at night is a continuation of our daydream here.
Okay. Number 2, do you believe dreams can predict the future or someone's destiny?
Yeah. I mean, it's a little like, for example, our spiritual teacher, Srila Prabhupada, when he was a young man, he would have dreams of his guru, his teacher, and his teacher was telling him to come to America, and he was urging him to go to America to spread spiritual knowledge, spread Krishna consciousness, the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So, and that happened. So yeah, there are cases of dreams hinting of the future,
Okay. Have you ever had a dream that you yourself believed was connected to a past life or a different reality?
Not personally.
Okay.
I've known people who had such things. Not so much past life, but more kind of other reality type of dreams.
Okay. How often do you have nightmares from a 1 to 10, 1 being like never and 10 being like every night?
Maybe 2.
2, okay. Were you born a Hare Krishna, or did you convert?
Well, when I was 18 years old, I visited the Hare Krishna temple in Pacific Beach here. And when I was 17, I came, and then I joined the temple when I was 18.
Okay.
So yeah, I wasn't born then.
Would you say there was a shift in your dreams and stuff, like before and after?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a shift. Maybe we could say more spiritually based dreams. They say much of the dreams are actually, or at least some of them are, of course it's a mixture, like our teacher would say, you see gold and then you see a mountain. And then at night you dream of a gold mountain. So it's like mixtures like that, but it's also, you could say, unfulfilled desires, that come out in dreams.
It's interesting. Okay. I think that's all for now.
Okay.
All right. Hey, thank you so
Yes,
much,
thank you,
man.
thank
I
you.
really appreciate it. The Hare Krishnas, a branch of Vaishnavism, was jump-started by their guru, Srila Prabhupada, in 1966, and it was quoted by their guru in a 1974 interview, quote, "You, the spirit soul, are factual, but your material body and the material surroundings you are seeing, this is a dream." A profoundly interesting statement, and the idea of the world being an illusion of sorts goes extremely deep into the dharmic belief, with ideas of things like the Maya being the illusionary worldly evil.
There's little connection, though, between religious conversion and possible impact it can have on someone's dreams. Similar to what the monk said in the interview, with dreams being a projection of the mind, the possibility of the brain conjuring up stuff from the religion you surround yourself by isn't impossible.
So, this is a little out of place with the documentary, but I felt it should be clarified that this guy, Tom, I became aware of him because my friend lives down the street from him, but it should be noted he's a pathological liar, because in the interview he does talk about how he fought in Vietnam, and if or if not he did, we're not too sure. But before the interview, he was talking about how he has this office in DC, and like how like Judge Judy screwed him over, and all these like kooky things that are just unlikely. And I don't know. He's told like some of the neighbors in the area that he lives in how like the vice president like spent the night at his house one time. Just all this kooky things. So it should be known that what he says should be taken with a grain of salt. And I don't know. To me, it just felt needed to have this in the documentary. But yeah. So this is the interview number 4 with Tweaker Tom, as I like to call him. So I'm here with my neighbor Tom for the 4th and final interview of the documentary.
And so, yeah, let's start. So question 1, do you think that cultural, religious, or personal beliefs can have an effect on what occurs in someone's dream?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. 2, do you believe that dreams can impact the future or someone's destiny?
Definitely.
Definitely? Okay. 3, have you ever had a dream that you believed was connected to a past life or a different reality?
Different realities.
Okay. 4, how often do you have nightmares from a 1 to 10, 1 being never, 10 being like every night?
I think about the stuff I've gone through before flying and whatever. Almost running out of fuel and stuff like that. So it gets a little scary.
Okay.
So I think about that kind of stuff.
But from a 1 to 10, what number would you put on the, like...
10 being the most severe?
Like 10's like you have a nightmare like every night.
Oh, I would say I'd give myself a 2 or a 3.
2 or 3? Okay. Question 5, do you think serving in the Air Force like had an effect on your dreams?
No, it just had an effect on my life. It made me grow up because I was in the Vietnam era and I had to fly 154 missions over Vietnam. In Laos.
In Laos, okay. That's trippy. When you were fighting during the war, was there a shift in your dreams?
A ship?
Like a shift, like did a dream start to change while you were like in Vietnam?
Yeah, I would say so, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Different stress level and everything else.
Okay. I think that's all. Hey, thank you so much, man.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
PTSD, also called post-traumatic stress disorder, is a mental disorder caused by traumatic events like experiencing an active combat scenario or other high-stress situations. The limbic system, which was talked about earlier in the documentary, is affected by PTSD due to the hippocampus being shrunken when exposed to extreme stress. The hormones that shrink the hippocampus, though, can make the amygdala grow, creating a feedback loop, making the limbic system more sensitive to its environment. It's because of that PTSD can cause dysphoric nightmares that traditionally cause more stress to the mind, and it can replay said traumatic events over and over. All in all, the idea of dreams and the walks of life one can go down is really interesting, and the way said journeys can affect the way somebody's dream functions. And well, the whole point of this documentary was so me and David would get a good grade for our psychology class, and I do hope this was good enough for our teacher standards. Sincerely, Jack Mulligan and David Mendoza.